When a cunning deceiver and his monstrous enforcer push a planet to the brink, the people of Igo learn the hard way that tyranny thrives not on strength, but on the silence of those who suffer, until the silence breaks. Hello, welcome to Short Stories by Hawk. That is me. I write these short little stories that are entertaining. Some are horror, some are funny, some are simple, some are sad. Tonight's story is called The Tyrant is Silenced. So let's begin. On the planet Igo, deep within the Usk cluster, the people longed for prosperity. For years, their world had suffered under ineffective leadership, bureaucratic stagnation, and economic turmoil. They sought change, a new leader who would cleanse the system of corruption and restore Igo to its former glory. That leader arrived in the form of Voxus Mar, a charismatic orator with grand promises and a chilling smile. Voxus spoke of strength, unity, and power. He assured the people that he alone could dismantle the decayed remnants of the old order and forge a new, greater Igo. He fed on their frustrations, their anger, their desperation. His words slithered through the hearts of the populace, igniting both hope and fear. The people, blinded by his golden promises, elected him Supreme Chancellor of Igo. And so, the chains of their own making were fastened. Voxus, however, had no intention of ruling wisely. True to his secret nature, he desired chaos, submission, and destruction. But not by his own hand. He needed a weapon, a figure of pure malice to do the work for him. He found that weapon in Zyrek Vol, a being so cruel, vindictive, and malevolent that even the darkest criminals of Igo feared him. Vol was not a leader. He was an agent of ruin, a petty tyrant who thrived on tormenting others. This was precisely what Voxus required. With a twisted grin, Voxus appointed Vol as Grand Minister of the state, giving him unrestricted power over the government. Then Voxus stepped aside, watching with pleasure as his monstrous creation tore apart the very foundations of Igo. Zyrek Vol ruled with spite, paranoia, and sadism. He dismantled institutions, imprisoned his enemies, and enacted policies that benefited none but his closest sycophants. He passed laws out of pettiness, punishing those who dared to question him. The economy collapsed, cities crumbled, and the people, once so hopeful, were left in despair. Voxus observed this from his luxurious palace, amused by the suffering. He never dirtied his hands. He let Vol do all the work. If the people turned against the government, he could blame Vol and escape responsibility. For a time, the people endured in silence, believing Voxus would soon correct Vol's excesses. But the cruelty only grew. Their suffering deepened. And then something unexpected happened. Zyrek Vol, in his insatiable greed, turned against Voxus himself. Drunk on power, Vol saw no reason to obey Voxus anymore. He cut off the Chancellor's authority, seizing total control. Voxus, for the first time in his life, felt fear. The people who had endured Vol's torment for so long now saw that Voxus had refused to believe that the monster he unleashed had no loyalty to anyone, not even its creator. That was when the people of Igo rose as one. Tired of oppression, they stormed the halls of government, overthrowing Vol's enforcers, burning his laws to ashes. They seized Voxus and Vol, dragging them into the streets, where they were finally held accountable for their crimes. Now, Igo had no death penalty. It was a civilized world. Even in its suffering, it was civilized. But the people demanded justice. And so the Council of Reclamation issued the harshest sentence possible: eternal isolation. Voxus Mar and Zyrek Vol were exiled to separate, lightless cells beneath the frozen surface of Igo's silent moon, Krythos. They would never hear a voice, never see another face, never know if the other still lived. They would exist in endless solitude, left only with their own thoughts, their own madness. And so the people of Igo reclaimed their world And never again would they be fooled by the golden words and false promises of a horror like Vox's. Vox's and Vol would rot in silence, unheard, unseen, and most damning of all, unremembered. Thank you for joining me on this short story by Hog. That's me again. If you want to find out more, you can go to my website, tfhcalifornia.com. And thank you.